toy spot, we're going to be having a look at the Marvel Legends Face Off Captain America and Red Skull. Being that these are two figures and two figures in this review, I'm going to try to keep the package aspect of this hopefully rather short. I do drag on, so I'm going to try to really rush through this and get right to the figures. Of course, both figures are predominantly featured on the packaging, and then we've got the standee dividing the two, which is a nice effect. Recreate classic battles, diorama backdrop, and display base included. That's fantastic. On the back of the packaging, we have character stats for both Captain America and Red Skull. There's a big quick read up here. Once a weakling army recruit drafted into World War II, Steve Rogers was given an experimental serum to transform him into the world's greatest fighter. He would become a super soldier his fellow countrymen could depend on and look up to as they defended the world from the Nazi invasion. The embodiment of all that great country stands for, Captain America leads his troops to victory, much to the chagrin of the one who would always stand in his way, Red Skull, a Nazi so evil even Hitler himself was frightened. Mortal enemies locked up in the oldest and most bitter of rivalries in the Marvel Universe. Red Skull threatens to spread his message of hate in an attempt at world dominance. At the Sentinel of Liberty, Captain America is there to stop him at every turn. Take that, Red Skull, you bastard. Other characters in the wave are the very awesome Red Hulk and Leader. We've got Kingpin and Daredevil, and we've got Captain America and the Red Skull. Also, as you can see, there are variants to each set. I don't have the set variant to this set, which would include an unmasked Steve Rogers and Baron. I can't remember his name, but I'll throw it in the video so I don't look like a total idiot. But so there you go. There's the packaging on the two figures. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the face-off set here, and we will get a closer look at both Captain America and Red Skull. So stay tuned. Before we actually get into the figures themselves, the diorama base or backdrop, if you guys can make it out there, all those Hydra soldiers in the background there. I won't put it actually on display just because I want to focus more time and consideration into the actual figures, because the figures are really the key element to the set here. Looking first at the Captain America, this is probably one of the best Captain Americas in the way of a Marvel Legend. I mean, the detailing on his face is really nice. I also do like the Captain America, the Ultimate Captain America from, I believe, Wave 8. But I would say if you want a basic Captain America, one of the original looking Americas, you definitely want to get this guy from the Two-Face or the Face-Off set. I think he definitely is superior to the Captain America from Wave 1 of Marvel Legends. The paint scheme's really nice on the figure itself, between the blue and the white, and they've actually put a lot of detailing in the scales of his costume. In the way of articulation, he has articulation in the head. It's a little stiff, and unfortunately it's positioned in such a way that the head doesn't sit all the way up. But I mean, that's not too bad though. He has also articulation in the shoulders, in the actual shoulder arms themselves, articulation in the elbow, and also articulation in the hand. As you can see, I didn't take the shield off. You can clamp it onto the arm here as well as putting it on the straps. I'll just keep it in the arm so you guys can, you guys can still see the shield. And the shield is really nicely detailed as well. There's no wear or anything like that to the shield, which I don't think necessarily you need, especially if it's a comic. I would say maybe if it had to be more realistic, yeah, you could put a little more wear. They could have put more wear on the shield, but I do like it the way it is. There's articulation in the torso. The waist can rotate. In the legs, the knees, the feet, as well as the toe. Now, some slight drawbacks. I mean, I find this arm on the character is a little loose. The fingers are really loose on this side as well. His feet also are prone that he doesn't want to stand all that well. You kind of have to, I guess, break the figure in if you want to get him to stand a little bit better. But I mean, I absolutely love this Captain America. Definitely one of the best Captain Americas we've seen is this Captain America right here. now that we've looked at Captain America, and I also want to point out too, Captain America is one of my favorite superheroes, at least from the Marvel universe. And then that, you know, that's not counting Wolverine and all the, you know, the staple characters, but as a character on the side, Captain America is one of my favorites. Looking at Red Skull, he has nice detailing in the face. Looks very much like Skeletor, but that's the way Red Skull is. His articulation is the same as Captain America. I find his torso is just a little loose on this figure, and I think it's only just this figure. And he has articulation in the head. I find the head itself doesn't bend as well as the Captain America does. This one's a little stiff. And surprisingly, with the shoulder pad, you still get a free range of movement. There's like individual articulation in the fingers, which is nice. And he's got his nice belt going on there, his boots. Red Skull also does come with a sword, which I didn't actually put in his hand, unlike the shield. And we'll just put it in his hand now, because, you know, the Red Skull needs a weapon, right? So I just get the sword in there. Now, the only problem is with Marvel Legends, the way that the hands are positioned, they don't hold weapons all that well. But, I mean, it'll still stay in there. Overall, I mean, and will he actually stand? There we go. Overall, I really like this set. Now, unfortunately, the Marvel Face-Off series, the Marvel Legends Face-Off series, are no longer produced, and to find these figures are quite expensive. To pick up probably the Captain America and Red Skull 2-pack would probably set you back about $60 to $80. The unmasked Captain America variant with the Baron, whatever the guy's name is a little bit less. It'll cost you probably about $40 to $50. I've seen some on eBay for about $30. So the masked Captain America definitely is the harder to find of the two sets. But definitely want to pick those up if you guys can find it. There you have the Marvel Legends Face-Off Series 1, Captain America and Red Skull. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And with that, I'll see you guys at the next review.